One of my most anticipated games of this year is Split Fiction, and I am happy to say I got a chance to play it with my best friend. Two writers, Mio, who specializes in science fiction, and Zoe, who specializes in fantasy, are invited to test out a machine capable of letting them experience their ideas. Mio is hesitant and after trying to escape is accidentally placed into Zoe's space, placing the two of them in a simulation that is an amalgamation of their genres. I thoroughly enjoyed Hazelight Studios' previous game, It Takes Two, so I was very much looking forward to Split Fiction when it was announced at the Game Awards last year. We're only about 2 hours into the game, but it's definitely a blast so far. I love the setting being a mixture of science fiction and fantasy as it gives Split Fiction plenty of variety. One moment, Mio and Zoe are evading trolls, and the next, they're cybernetic ninjas. On our second time playing, I had to call my friend because Split Fiction lacks a chat feature, which I thought would have been standard for online multiplayer games. I'll be sure to start a Discord call with him next time since that is the definitive method of communicating during an online game, especially with the absence of a chat feature. My biggest criticism so far would have to be the sci-fi element in that so far, all it's been is cyberpunk. Don't get me wrong, I like cyberpunk. Cyberpunk 2077 was one of my two most anticipated games of 2020, though that was largely because it was from the same developers as The Witcher 3, but I digress. The thing is, cyberpunk isn't the only method of representing science fiction. Have Mio and Zoe go into space and fight aliens or something. Fortunately, after watching the trailer again with my mother, it appears the science fiction element won't consist solely of cyberpunk. My mom likes that neither me nor my best friend are put off by having to play as women. I don't care what the sex of the player character is, and I've played plenty of games with a female protagonist, such as the Horizon series and The Last of Us. I eagerly await the opportunity to continue Split Fiction with him. I ran it on my desktop computer, and while it did stutter at points, it was buttery smooth throughout. I believe I set the game to max settings, so I'm glad my computer can run it that way with little issue as it's a gorgeous looking game. My other most anticipated game was GTA 6 before it got delayed to next year. To take its place, I'll go with either Death Stranding 2 or Ghost of Yotei. I'll admit that I was skeptical of a sequel to either of these as I thought Death Stranding and Ghost of Tsushima were the end of Sam Porter Bridges and Gene Sakai's stories. Death Stranding 2 has gotten better reviews than its predecessor, and Ghost of Yotei is an indirect sequel with different characters and setting.